Okay, I'm giving you a lot of pro tips. I hope it's okay to give you this kind of bonus material. I really want you to do well in your next interview. I really want you to do well when you present yourself in writing in your resume. I hope that you get the idea that you're going to constantly be improving yourself so that you can improve your resume. I hope you do that. I hope that you increase your salary and your experience and the types of jobs that you get without fear early in your career so that you can increase the trajectory of the capacity of your ability to earn and to contribute. So that's the point of these pro tips. Here's another one. This one is on hubris and humility. So we mentioned earlier that we want to decrease both of those. Hubris, of course, is the egotistical, braggartly kind of things that we do that just turn people off. And the humility that we're talking about in most every context, more humility is good, except if you become mousy about it and a little embarrassed. That's what we want less of. And so to practice being humble, here's a couple of tips. One is get a stack of thank you cards. I learned this from, I don't know why this came up. I was not trying to become a supermodel, but I remember this from the Miss America pageant. They said, ladies, if you want to become more gracious on stage, get a stack of thank you cards and write a written thank you 50 times, 5 times a week for 10 weeks. So take a stack of 50 cards and every day, every business day, write out a thank you card and put it in the mail and send it to somebody for 10 weeks. So I actually did that and followed that advice. I did not win the Miss America contest, but I actually did become more humble and more gracious. And that has actually changed my life. There is another piece to this that helps you on a little bit more personal and interpersonal level, like in person-to-person engagement. And that is 5 times a day. Now, this is in addition to, if you're ready to go to this level, but expressing gratitude 5 times a day, just in your interpersonal relationships, those that you live with, if you've got roommates, if you've got coworkers, practice being grateful for something. I actually sent thank you letters. I had subordinates that I sent them to, and it was so meaningful to them. And then I finally got up enough courage to thank my manager for something. And it struck him. I didn't know this until later when I visited in my office. My thank you card was pinned on his wall. And I recognized and I thought, oh my gosh, he never said a word about that. But guess what? It's right there. I don't know if he put it in right before I came in. It didn't matter. But what told me is it mattered to him. So here's a short story of how I expanded my ability to express gratitude. I actually wrote to the CEO of a company I was working with on the anniversary of a paid week off for the entire company. It was a tradition to do that twice a year. And I had come back refreshed, renewed, and just surprised that they would let the entire company celebrate between Christmas and New Year's, and then add a few extra days. So many of my friends didn't have that. So I wrote a letter to the CEO, and in a 30,000 employee company, I never thought I'd hear back. But within 2 days, I actually heard back from the CEO of his gratitude for my gratitude. Just a reflection of how gracious someone at that level was, when it was an example to me that he would take the time to acknowledge someone expressing appreciation to him. So gratitude matters. And if you want to actually improve your ability to subdue the ego and increase the good kind of humility, make that a practice. Go do it. And thank you.